Alright, I got the stepper motor mounted onto the frame, hardware, I don't know, whatever you want to call this thing. So now I've got to get these bolts here. This is what came out of the mill. They've got to be about another ½ inch longer. So tomorrow when I go to the store, I'll pick up 4 of these. I'm going to have to start 3D printing another one of these, but unfortunately, it's not identical to this one over here. Of course it isn't, because that would be too simple. So, now I've got to completely redesign another freaking mount. Yay! So the next part of this now is going to be finding or making an adapter to adapt the stepper shaft to the axis shaft. So 10mm to 17mm. I'm gonna go do some research. This little baby's mounted now, nice and solid. So time to work on an adapter. The Lovejoy thing, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't actually make this. I just modified this particular one. This side, hang on, let me get rid of some of this stuff. This side has the 10mm diameter hole for the stepper motor. Now this side here has a 17mm keyed shaft for the milling machine side, and then obviously, you know, you got the rubber piece in the middle. Probably a hard color to see. That's a little better. Yeah, there you go. I got it off of McMaster Car. Basically, you download, you can download the step file from them, and then you can modify it to, you know, fit your needs. Saves you a little time instead of having to draw stuff from scratch if you know, if you can cut the corner. Alright, so this is where we're at. I made this coupling here. It's a rigid coupling. It's got 17mm on this side, 10 on this side, and as far as I can tell, I mean, it looks pretty center. Now here's the downside to a rigid coupling. If it's not center, if there's any variation at all, you know, the old saying, a chain is as strong as its weakest link. Well, that means something is going to give in a system. And if you make a rigid coupling, basically the coupling's not going to be the thing that gives. So what are your other options? Well, you have a stepper motor and you have your machine, essentially, where, you know, your bushings and bearings all go in. So what can happen is you can actually wear your stepper motor bearings or your machine bearings. So before I even contemplate this, I'm going to test this and see if it is as straight as it should be. And I am still going to order the correct piece. This was just to get it going, that's all. If I can get the machine going and running, it'll be that much easier to make the Lovejoy connector myself. But yeah, that was it. Alrighty. Alright, so I think we got this together. What I'm actually wondering now if I should have done was built a cover into this so I could cover this, because I'm gonna guess there's gonna be a lot of chips coming this way. And wouldn't you know it, these bolt holes are not the same on both sides, so it's not as simple as turning this over. So yeah, I might actually have to build a cover for this, but I suppose it's small potatoes in the end. Alright, I'm gonna get this wired up and let's see what the damage is. Well, I got it tied up real quick, like, I mean, I've got it on lathe mode, for crying out loud, so this is just to test the motor, and looks good. This is loose. I've got to get a set screw for that. And again, this is not the right stepper motor. Stepper motor will have a handle out here. I decided to go with this method because if I did the belt drive, I would have had to drill and tap something, I think. I might have been able to finagle some kind of a weird bracket off of this mount, which is possible. I'm not gonna say I can't, but I don't know, it would have been interesting to say the least. And it's still not, you know, out of the realm of possible, because I'm gonna see how this works. It's actually not sticking out too far, because the handle before was right about here, and the handle's gonna be here, so it's only putting the handle back about 5 inches ish. So it's not too bad, because I'm still at the mill. I'm still, you know, able to look and see what I'm doing. So I'm not unhappy with this part of it. But I did make a weird mistake. In my haste to make a coupling, it dawned on me that I've told you guys time and time again that this is not the proper stepper motor. Well, it didn't click, and I made a coupling to the wrong stepper motor. Duh. This part's going to be right, but this part is not. The stepper motor that I'm going to get for it has a .635 shaft, and this is a 10 millimeter shaft. C'est la vie. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys it was working nice and smooth. It's working pretty good. I have to do a couple more adjustments, but overall I'm happy. Alright, catch you guys later.